all of you wonderful homeschool families. LaVonda here with Generation Homeschool. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on how well our first week of the 2017-2018 school year has gone. It's been well. It's been really good. Tomorrow will be our first full week, and I'm happy to say that everybody is doing great. We are homeschooling. This is our, let's see, 4th year to homeschool. Wow, 4 years. We are currently homeschooling a 7th grade, a 5th grade, and a kindergarten. Our oldest returned to public school last year. He does better in a traditional school setting, so he will be returning this year to public school as a junior, and so we're super excited about that. I wanted to talk to you a little bit, though, about the blog posts that I recently done over alternative ways of learning. I got a few emails that kind of concerned me. When I post a blog, it's not to condemn or ridicule any type of format or learning techniques or teaching techniques. It's simply an alternative. It doesn't mean that we don't use textbooks. Okay, we have textbooks. Now, ours are digital simply because the publishing costs are just outrageous. So we use digital format books, but we do still have tangible books that we can open and sniff and turn the pages and get in there. But when I post alternatives to teaching without textbooks, it's not to condemn textbook learners or textbook teachers. It's simply providing you with the alternatives to break the mundane habit of opening a textbook, turning to a page, and reading the content. A lot of times, I know with me as a grad student, I get tired of the books. I want to listen to somebody speak and take it in, or I want to watch a video about it and get an alternative viewpoint. And it should be the same way with everything that we do. I mean, we turn to digital media for information as adults, so why can't our children learn in that same format? I talked about learning with Netflix. I don't mean just sitting around watching TV and calling it school. That's not at all what I mean. When I say learning with Netflix, as a parent, I sit down with my children and we watch the documentary, or we watch the special, or the biography, or the shows about science and planet Earth and things like that. And as we're watching it, I'm taking notes so that I can ask the kids once it's over what it meant or what they got from that. So we're not just sitting around watching TV and calling it homeschooling. We're watching for the education. It's, in a way, and the way I see it, the way I justify it, is you're having to listen for the information. You can't just read it. You have to listen for that information. And a lot of times, kids, especially 4th, 5th, 6th grade, will read the words, but the comprehension is missing. And by watching it on TV or watching a video or listening to it, you retain more. And that's what Netflix is. It's an alternative way of retaining information. Another item that I had blogged about was visiting your local library. Today, libraries are so important because of everything going to the digital platform. By visiting your local library, well, number one, you're just being a good citizen, because the librarians there work very hard to make sure that the library is full of the best books, the best resources, the best data, everything that you could possibly need. You could literally go to your public library every day and learn. You can read fiction, nonfiction, there's references, there's DVDs, MP3s, VHSs, there's books on audio There are just tons of information at your public library. You can literally homeschool for free just by going to your library. And plus, the librarians absolutely love it when homeschool families come in. I know our local library here in Greene County, when we walk in, there are a few librarians there that know, hey, that's a homeschool family. We need to see if they need anything. So don't discredit your public library. On that same note, one particular email I received, I felt was just uncalled for. I'm not going to call out the name, but you who sent it, you know who you are. And let me just say this. My children absolutely love our field trips to our local public works departments. The police department, the fire department, and I'm going to get in contact with our city parks department and see if we can't have a field trip there. Not because it's a way of showing the children all of the bad in the world, specifically the police department, as you so generously pointed out, but it is to let them know of how wonderful our police officers, men and women, are that serve our community. Now, I don't know what town you live in, but I can tell you this: our men and women in blue are here for us, and they protect us, and they are my friends, and they are my children's friends. And I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care what your race or your nationality or your religion is. If you tell your child to look out, that cop's going to get you, you're setting them up for a hard road in life. Because police are not there to be bad. Police are there for us, to help us. So, as your email so disdainfully approached my blog, let me just say that I quickly deleted it, and I'm not even going to grace you with a written response. So if you see this and you hear it, this is my response. I post information for other homeschool families who may be financially burdened, who may have a difficult time getting all of the resources together that they need. So my blog is there to offer alternatives and variety. And if you don't like it, then please unsubscribe from my blog. Having said that, our first week of school is almost in the books, and our kindergartner has learned so far the word I, and she has learned how to count to 20. She can say the days of the week and the months of the year. She knows her colors. She knows the majority of the 2D geometric shapes, and she is writing her name. I couldn't be more proud of her. If you have a kindergartner in your life, if you are a parent or a grandparent, and they're at that kindergarten age, you just need to love on them and tell them how smart they are, because they literally are sponges, and they absorb it so quickly. So make sure that you're putting good stuff out there for them to absorb. 5th grade, 7th grade, those are the difficult grades, I think. And I'll say that probably again when we hit high school again. But for now, they're doing good, and we're going to leave it at that. One of the great things that we're looking forward to, one very soon, one at the end of the year. The first one is the solar eclipse on August 21st. We're going to be taking a short field trip a little bit north so that we can see the total blackout. Where we are, it's not going to quite be a complete blackout. So we are going to travel, we're going to see the sights, and then we're going to see the solar eclipse. We are financially strapped, so we're not going to buy the glasses. We're going to make a solar eclipse box and take with us. I'll link the website for directions so that if you want to make one that you can use to see the solar eclipse, you will have those instructions. The one that we're excited about at the end of the year is our end of the year showcase, is what I'm calling it. We miss out a lot on public venues as far as things that public schools get to do. We don't have the luxury of being a member of a co-op because there's not one really close by. and the majority of the homeschool groups that get together are in a neighboring town that is absolutely ridiculous to drive in. I would rather drive in the heart of Little Rock, the heart of Memphis, or even Atlanta, Georgia in rush hour than to drive in the city that's that way. So we are doing a showcase, and we're going to showcase their artwork, some of their schoolwork, a lot of their writing, and we're going to have some musical talents in there. Our kindergartner is going to be learning to play the piano this year, so we'll have her playing some songs. Our 7th grader also enjoys playing the guitar, so he's going to entertain us with a couple of renditions and versions of songs that he enjoys to listen to. I'm still trying to convince Mr. Evans to join us in playing. And then our 5th grader, who does not like to read, I'm trying to find some way of getting him more encouraged to read, and I thought that a poetry exposition would be a great way. He loves music, he loves songs, but he does not like to read. So I thought incorporating poetry and music lyrics into some of his curricula this year might be the way to go. So he is going to host a poetry slam, and we are super excited about that. He's actually chose that over playing the guitar, so I'm very proud of him for that. So that's about it as far as Generation Homeschool goes. This is our weekly update, so stay tuned. I plan on making more videos, giving you some updates. I like doing the videos better than the blogging because I simply don't have time to blog, but if I'm sitting down, I can handle it. So I don't know. We may do some blogs and some videos. We'll figure it out. Anyway, Generation Homeschool, and you can find us on Facebook, Twitter. Send us an email at generationhomeschool@gmail.com, or you can find us on our website. It's a long domain. I'll link it in the comments. So, peace, ciao, see ya.